Coach Cook, I don't know if you know this, but now you and Coach Teague are now the longest tenured coaches in the conference for a year.
Oh, okay.
So, talking to Coach Honeycutt about that the other day. First, talk a little bit about, Bartlett Yancey, talk about some of the guys you brought with you, okay? Talk about the work you've kind of gone through this summer, getting ready for official practice.
All right. Yeah, this is my third year at Bartlett Yancey, but I was assistant coach under Coach Lee around 2011 or 12, so about 13-something years ago, wherever. So I was assistant there, and I was blessed in 2023 to get the head job. These gentlemen that were beside me are the sophomores I inherited when I came here, and I'm saying along with freshmen as well. So I have beside me our quarterback is Keith. I started quarterback, he's on his second year. They got Dalleon Johnson that's right beside him. All right, Dalleon was a true freshman. When I got there, and then was able to start as a true freshman. Then I got Joshua Garland right here. We call him JoJo. Then my man coach Temondre Fike. These are the first three right here are seniors. My senior, then I'm saying, along with, of course, my two right there, along with Eric, and then I've got Anthony. So my senior group, along with the juniors, my heaviest group. These are guys who have been with me, for the last 3 years, and they've been with part of the BY program the last 4. These gentlemen, not only I got to know them as the athlete part, but most of everyone except, I think, for one, was in my classroom. So they also got to know me as Mr. Cook besides just Coach Cook. So these gentlemen, like I said, we gonna build a nice little bond. We call it the brotherhood. That's the thing when I first got here at BY, I really pushed on that we are a brotherhood, and which we are still is. And that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? I call them, I'm the big brother, along, and then of course they're my little brothers. But we work together. This past summer been, very competitive. Just we had a lot of 7-on-7, but I think every week I try to just get them to understand that we're on a mission. And that's every team or every coach have a certain thing they put forward, but our thing is we're on a mission. And last year, we thought we was a couple of points away, a tackle away, like any other school, from really opening out open. But this year, we're on a mission to complete that mission. We all for it. So we've been working hard in the weight room, working hard necessary on 7-on-7, and we're just looking forward for the season.
Question?
Coach, Keith and Dalleon all conference last year. What do they mean to you offensively and to your program as you build it up over the last 2 years heading into this year?
Oh, I mean a lot. And I know you just said offense, but guess what? They also play both. You know what I'm saying? So we come from necessary, most of my guys up here, we are both way guys. You know what I'm saying? We're fortunate, you know what I'm saying? These are guys that come every day. Far as I'm saying, going back to the weight room, going back to spring ball. But these two right here, Keith was a receiver, and we was in a situation where we were look, we asked a big favor. I said, look, I know you're a receiver, and we don't really want to take that away, but at the same time, we need you to take the next step and be the quarterback, and he did with no problem. Dalleon, another all-conference, but just like he could have been all-conference on offense, same as on defense, because he's a competitor on both sides of the ball, along with the other gentlemen right here as well.
Keith, what's the transition been like going to play quarterback now?
It's been hard, but we worked through it. When I first got to it, so first it was pretty rocky. I was throwing interceptions back to back, but then once I got the hang of it, I was getting more comfortable throwing the ball, more comfortable handing off the ball to Temondre and Jeshua. So once we got into that, we got rocking and rolling, and basically the season was going better. We was winning more games instead of losing. We was moving. We was getting more first downs, getting more touchdowns, and then defense was also getting stops too. So that's about it.
Questions, guys?
Yeah, Jonathan Hatley from Roco Radio. You guys being a 3A school coach, what type of roster size are you looking at carrying this year?
We probably, probably in the 40s. Hopefully, maybe early 40s. What we doing? We got a good core group, of the juniors, seniors, and some of the sophomores from last year. We're working like any other program. We're working now on getting those freshmen, that transition going from the middle school to high school ball, and in my area, trying to let them know that, hey, these guys, we've been rolling since June. Really, you go back to spring ball since May. So just trying to get that transition. If we can probably bring that along, we probably may be right knocking at 50 as far as the whole team. But definitely the biggest thing is trying to get that transition of some of the freshmen. We got a few, but just like anything, let them know that, hey, we don't start like in middle school. We don't start when school starts, And so if we can get that transition, I think we'll be okay. We'll probably be rocking at 50, but we probably right at the early 40s. We realistic.
Coach, you talk about, being the only show in Castle County. What's that like, the challenges, pros, cons, all that type of thing?
I guess what I say a pro, it would be just like say you are the own team. So the good thing, getting to know the middle school, and I say last year what we did is our last game, we was able to bring them in at halftime. And so they can get that exposure, and at the same time they get to know who we are. Like I say, going back to the brotherhood theme, and I reached out to those coaches. We had a youth camp. Youth camp necessarily in the area, just trying to get the kids to know that, hey, we want you from the time you're little to 5 until all the way up to, you get to their age, that this is where we want you to be. We want you to be a Buccaneer. We want you to keep that brotherhood going on. We want you to keep that Buccaneer thing. So I wouldn't say now, I don't see too many cons. I just think it's just getting them to understand that we have, necessarily the last 3 years I've built is a nice program, and we continue to grow and trying to get better at it.
JoJo, what's some of the goals defensively for you guys as you get ready for the season? How important is defense to you as you build up?
I would say making good plays, making good stops, attacking the ball as we see it, all 11 minutes of the football, making sure that we make as much stops as we can, and my linebackers, to my safeties, to my corners, that we all know our assignments, we all know what to do and know where to be at.
Coach Campbell, my defense coordinator, is here in the back. We've known each other for almost 10-something years. We worked together at Greenville Central. Then we was, of course, across each other at Vance County when the schools, of course, split. But we had the same mindset, because I was like, my first year, I was /head coach /DC. But every head coach probably knows that, say you can't wear all these hats, So I was very fortunate and blessed that he was able to come along last year, and we know each other, but he has the same type of mentality for his defense. One of the things we push for, you bring it up and to raise it, all right, one thing like everybody else got a turnover chain, so we push for turnovers. That's one thing that I pushed, of course, last year and the year before, but that's one thing we strive for, that we try to get something, And like I say, when the kids know when they get one, they get to hold the belt for that few seconds, and we try and go get another one. So defense, like along with offense, is a thing we push for.
Jay Ramey, Roco Radio, were you the assistant at BY from 2011 to 2023 when you got the job?
Oh, no. It was just, I was 1 year under Coach Lee. I was assistant, as I was defense assistant at the time. And then that following year, and that's how I went to another school. But it was his second year as head coach there. Me and Coach Lee, we were good friends, been friends for a long time, so I was able to kind of come and help out. But that was my experience at BY before I became necessarily the head coach.
What other schools have you coached at?
I'm originally from this area. I'm originally from Winston-Salem. So I grew up in Winston-Salem. I grew up what you would call on the east side of town, East Winston. I went to West Forsyth. I was fortunate enough to, from West Forsyth, go on and be able to be part of Winston State University football team. And then in 2010, me and my wife, we moved down to Durham. So it was in Durham for 10 years. And along that time in Durham, I was at Greenville Central, Riverside. I ended up being, my first job as head coach was at Vance County Schools. Northern Vance, as they called it at the time. Northern Vance. So it was Northern Vance and it was Southern Vance, and I was fortunate enough to be for the schools combined. I was the coach there. So this is going into my 19th year of coaching. So I've been around a little bit.
Coach, building your program last year, you get the 4-4 split in the conference, and you win the last 2 games of the year. How much did last year at the end of your build for what you're trying to do this year and building the program the way you wanted?
Well, it was a lot. It was a great for us to get that thing, So we call, like every conference have it, we call it going through the gauntlet. We went through the gauntlet, we went 0-3. Sadly, we went through the gauntlet, but we was able to kind of turn things around and was able to end on a high note. We was one of those schools that said that was could project it in or out, last year. But what we built was a good nucleus, and then we continue to build from that. It helped us out in spring ball. Like I say, it goes back to the mission that we're on. And these young men along with me, a young man to the side, a young man that's not here, along with my coaching staff, we're on a mission to necessarily get it complete. I think BY in the past, people have thought, well, it's a school that you just can kind of just get off on. We're trying to change that image. You're going to come play BY, you got to come play football. Don't take us lightly.
Dalleon, on the offensive side of the ball, how nice is it to have a 6'1" guy throwing you the ball?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. having him trust me, and making plays the way it's good. We build a good bond at practice, practicing every day, getting work.
Also been together for years since like Little League football. So that's a bond we already have too.
So that kind of go back to that plus you said about that, one-town area. And the good thing, like I say, these are not just, I love the fact they play football, but they also, as far as the school-wise, these are basketball players, these are wrestlers, these are track. So they keep on constantly, they're working, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that, they work for me, but they also keep that love of BY to other sports as well.
What's it mean to you, Coach, to see these guys where they are now as seniors and juniors from when you started?
Oh, it's special. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, it's gonna be definitely when these seniors, when they go, it's gonna be missed because they're the first. Like I say, when I got here, coming in, like I say, I got hired late. I got hired I think in 2023. I met the team one time, and then of course got to them that summer. But anytime you start something new, it's gonna be a little rocky because it's different. They didn't know me, I didn't know them, but these are the sophomores I felt even at that time when things was we're getting to know each other, they stayed the course. So I'm glad they stayed the course with me. Like I say, except for about one or two, this is the group that's been with me since I got here.
Temondre, talk a little about playing linebacker. You gotta be a different breed for linebacker.
Yes, sir, you do. I love playing it, It's a great feeling to actually go on the field and hit somebody. I just love it, My coaches, they teach me everything I need to know. I just love the feeling of it, That's about it.
Temondre, what's the hardest part about being a linebacker?
That's a great question. I ain't gonna lie. Filling up the gap, really. For me, honestly, it's like the open field tackles. I get a little shaky when it comes up to it, but I'm gonna get to it and get right. So,
Temondre is necessarily our buck in that area. Kind of like in any defense, you got the captain. So he's kind of like the captain of the defense necessary because when Coach Pro necessarily calls necessary to play, Temondre has necessarily relied that. So that's a good thing about he's been in that spot for the last it's the second year, and then of course he was there his sophomore year along with other ones, so kind of growing them. So that's the good thing about these guys. Like I say before, have been in the program and they've been since sophomores playing at a varsity level. So now, of course, like anybody, even though you're young, may have your little ups and downs, but now we're trying to reap the rewards of that experience they had since they were sophomores and freshmen.
Coach, whenever you listen to media days, I don't like this question. I'm trying to phrase it a good way. What is a successful season for BY? Maybe not record-wise, but what you see as a coach, your players doing, what do you see as a successful season?
Well, successful season, besides, always like I say, is beyond just football. We all in this room, we know that. It's beyond just football because successful season is like say, see these gentlemen in next year when they walk across their stage. Just like say the past 2 seasons I've had about 4 seniors. So this would be my biggest group, but at the same time, it was successful to see those 4 seniors I had as they played. It's a successful to see them necessarily walk across. I see these young men doing great things for if they go off to school, where they go off the military, or where they do. That's what was successful for me because when you look back. And 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's not gonna always be about always the wins and losses, but it's going to be about what are still in them, making it easier. Just like someone made it easier for me, made it easier for all of us in this room, for as coaches. Well, I'm trying to make it easier for them. So that could be different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, the difference between working hard and working hard the rest of your life. And we're trying to give them the experience of football, what we know the challenges go through, just like in life. You know what I'm saying? It's going to always be easy, but you got to go, you know what I'm saying, do all you can, especially when you become like a father. You become a husband, you know what I'm saying? That sometimes, even in their homes right now, they have to be maybe the big brother and do things maybe a kid don't do. So that's why I say it's a unique bond with these gentlemen because I know their background. I know it's not always easy leaving from work, you know what I'm saying, and working, like I say, working all day, doing what they got to do, and then come to practice. But these are what these gentlemen do. So that's why it's special to see that, as they continue to get better.
Coach, 7-on-7s, what in spring would it be thought that you've liked and seen from your guys, and what are some things you need to work on heading into your matchup with Northern Durham?
We just been competitive. We mixed up from being teams that were around our same level to teams that were bigger than us. I think the biggest thing we told us is just be competitive. It's 7-on-7. You know what I'm saying? No scores, but we want the mentality of just to keep getting better. You know, like I said, I know I said that before, but that's the thing we're trying to do, is that no matter who it is, no matter what school have done in the past or what you've done, all that, when you come and play, we just want to be competitive from the beginning to the end. I like ending the program, you know what I'm saying, still got to get all the X's and O's right. I still got to make sure we're all on the same page as far as when it comes to plays. But I think, like, as far as a summer, as far as a nucleus of kids, like, you know, because summer comes on for coaches, they can be up and down, you know, especially when those yellow buses are not rolling, you know what I'm saying. But a good nucleus of our kid, and then they've been good about communicating. So even when they maybe a little late, or hey, coach, I can't make it today, it's not like it's every other day. You know, sometimes you think you got a problem until you talk to another coach, you know, be like, well, coach, I only had 10 kids, you know. So I've been fortunate that's not been a problem.
And what did you like from your leaders, and what are some of the things you're looking from your leaders this year?
The good thing about leadership, I hadn't had to say too much, like, you know, the first 2 years, like I told them, you know, because you're still in your program, you're still in certain rules and values. Now it's good that certain things are already in place, that they already kind of taking the lead. So me having to say it, they already know, hey, you know what kind of coach, what we do here, from even down to stretching. I don't have to lead stretching no more. I say leaders. I don't say necessarily one leader. My leaders lead the stretching. So it's good that they take ownership of necessary the program. So like I always tell them, this can't be just the coaches.
Guys, we're going to wrap it up right here. Let's leave it on you guys. If I can take it, what do you want to leave as a legacy at BY, you personally? And then how excited are you for you to actually get out there and play games this year?
I know we all ready, because this is some of our last year, so we all ready to play, but we want to leave here with a championship. We do. We want to leave a championship at BY because we haven't had one in a while. In football, we haven't had one in a while since who knows when, so we need one. So we're really pushing for that.
I just wanted to say a thank for my coaches here. My offensive coordinator, Rodney Borkin, is here. One of my assistant coach, Simpson's here. And along, like I say, Coach Campbell, just want to thank them for the necessary way to come.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.